Today, I want to talk about vulnerability because that is very much part of your spiritual ascension path. You see, every day we have to be vulnerable about something. The ascension journey is not just about being strong all the time, not just about being able to find solutions, because let me tell you, most of the time you can't. The solution is beyond what you can think of at any given moment. But that's okay, right? Because the ascension is about unveiling, finding your clarity, finding your understanding about how you're going to achieve something in your life. But today I'm going to talk about vulnerability, emotional vulnerability. And let me tell you this, it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to ask you questions. It's okay to find out why something is hurting you. I'm encouraging you not to hide it, not to put it under the carpet, not to put it in the drawer so you can think about it tomorrow. Because let me tell you, life as it is moving right now will make you go into that drawer and look at what you're hiding. The energy updates right now are saying to me that looking upon yourself through the eyes of yourself is what's important, not what other people think, not what other people are doing, because each path that you take will lead you to the ultimate solution, which is just your higher self. And in the spiritual community, you're looking outside of you to find that higher self. Well, let me tell you that your higher self is within you, in your heart space, in your high heart, which resides here. But you see, the world is being created in a way that keeps you hidden away from your higher self, from your higher heart. Now, what does all that mean in an everyday life? That means to be able to find a solution when things get tough. That means to open your heart to being loved by somebody. Because during the vulnerability of being betrayed, for example, it is easy for someone, it is easy for you to close your heart because you're trying to protect yourself. But what eventually happens is that protection becomes a shield where love cannot enter. And what you're doing is you're going to attract the same trauma again. I am Katarina from Be Your True Self. I am about helping you to understand and find clarity in your everyday life. Because you see, we came here to be human, right? We came here to have the best life that we can. But you also came here to experience the vulnerability of life. So think about that. Every day, I would encourage you to understand how worthy you are of your life. Now, everybody has different situations. Everybody are in different circumstances. But I'm going to talk about the heart, from my heart to your heart. And I'm going to talk about vulnerability and betrayal. Betrayal from somebody you thought loved you, cared for you, wanted the best for you, can be life-changing to find out that that was all a lie. Because you see, you can't hide a lie. You can try, but eventually it'll come to the surface because the new energies that we are receiving from God is telling us that we have to look at ourselves honestly with all the aspects of our emotional being. Now, it's okay to be emotional. What does that mean for you? Think about it. Being emotional is acknowledging how you feel. So if you're having a bad day, I acknowledge my day is not such a great way. But what is it that I can do to help myself? That's a good question, right? The other thing too is when you're feeling vulnerable and you're trying to talk to somebody and you feel that they may not understand you, I would like you to know that it's okay that this person doesn't quite understand where you're coming from, because each of us is on the path of discovering and understanding ourselves according to how we feel, right? The encouragement from me, be your true self, is about being able to stand on your feet, regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of the pain, the joy, the love, the hate, and all of those things. Now, in the spiritual community, we talk about the ascension process. Well, let's look at the vulnerability of that. Not everything is love and light. The positive thing that you can do in a day is admit and acknowledge and love who you are at that given moment. If you are the heart soul of somebody who is not intentionally hurting another person, but feel that you are being hurt yourself and you don't want to open your heart, well, the universe is wanting you to keep your heart opened. I know it's difficult, right? It's very painful to be able to keep your heart open, knowing that you gave it your utmost, you gave everything that you had, and you were made to believe that everything was okay, and suddenly you got betrayed. It's only natural to feel like you have lost everything, because betrayal goes deep into your faith. Betrayal goes deep into the opening of your heart, giving yourself the vulnerability of allowing yourself to open your heart to somebody that wants to love you back. But betrayal comes in all different forms. What I would like to encourage you to do is always take a step back and look at where you're at. I want you to be proud of how far you've come. I know it's difficult, right? The world is in such a chaos, because you see, that chaos is a reflection of the emotional toxicity that's going on right now. And in some ways, it has to be this way, because how are you going to see the truth? Are you ready to see the truth? Do you want to know the truth? We all want to know these things, right? We meditate, we pray, we journal, we talk, we do lots of things because we want to know the truth. But the thing is, right, the truth, say the truth, can be so painful and hurtful. Are you going to be willing to keep your heart open? Are you going to be willing to look deeply within yourself and know that you've done everything that you can, but you were still betrayed? I want you to know that the betrayal comes from another person who intentionally wanted to hurt you. That does not make you, that does not give you the reasoning of thinking that you did something wrong. There are a lot of empaths that are waking up right now, understanding and trying to understand how our emotions are working within a world that wants to limit you and wants to keep you on the path of self-destruction, or on a path of keeping you in the dark, as I call it. I've been on my journey in discovering my own light, my own clarity, my own understanding since the age of 7. But it wasn't until I was 29 years old that I was given the most beautiful gift. I had spirit guide that came to me, American Indian chief, who came to me and helped me understand the cycle of life and how everything has a season. and how nature is able to balance itself even after turbulent time. What it did for me was it helped me to understand that I have strength that I didn't know I had. People tell me that I'm strong. People tell me that I'm capable of a lot of things. And yeah, that's true. But there are moments where I feel vulnerable, where I feel I just want to sit down and not do anything because the emotional heaviness on my body is too much. I'm an empath. I feel everything around me. So I've had to learn to know what was mine and what wasn't mine. So I'm encouraging you to take your time with your process of understanding who you are. There's no race. No one is better or less than you. Just because there's somebody in front of you doing something different doesn't mean that what you're doing is wrong. Trust your instincts, they say. You can trust your instincts because your instincts are never wrong, regardless of what it looks like in the 3D world around you. Even if you're being betrayed, your instincts are showing you something about them. But it's also showing you how you have allowed yourself to open your heart. My point is always be your true self in a world that wants to keep you hidden, that doesn't want to hear your voice, that tells you that you are not able to be the emotional person that you are. Now, the mind likes to chatter, right? What do we do about that? Well, you have to find a way to make peace with yourself, even in times of vulnerability. Look within that chaos and find the treasure of peace. You see, if you are doing everything that you're meant to be doing, now what I mean is if you are following your instincts and going through the transmutation and the transformation of how you are responding to the world and how you're holding your emotional state of being, because that will help your mental capacity. There's a lot of energies being thrown at you, a lot of deceit, a lot of falseness, people pretending to be who they're not. That's a lot. That's happening a lot, right? But what's important is that you still be connected to your intuition because your intuition is keeping you on track, whether you believe it or not, whether it feels that it is or not. But when you come at a place where you can look back, you're going to find that your intuition was never wrong. It's just we humans have to learn to trust that whatever is going on in your life is to bring you something. Now, there's a lot of people talking about this stuff. What makes me different? Well, I'm no better or less than you. Just because I've been on my journey for so long, over 45 years, and, very connected to the universe and all of that stuff, doesn't make me perfect, doesn't make me have all the answers all the time. And that's my point, right? You don't have the answers all the time. But what you do have is your vulnerability, your intuition, your strength and your courage, your clarity and understanding. And you just need to listen to yourself when, especially if you're having a challenging moment, allow yourself, go and stand in front of the mirror, for example, and tell yourself to get out of the way. Get out of the way, my darling. What are you doing? Something beautiful is coming. Speak to yourself like that. Don't put yourself down. Don't devalue who you are. If you're intentionally hurting another person, and if you're intentionally not wanting another person to be their beautiful selves, then you will also have to deal with the consequences of that because eventually the universe will show you the mirror of what you're doing. and understand that your energy becomes a mirror of what you're doing. Energy is energy, and energy doesn't lie, regardless of what it may look like, regardless of how it feels. Your energy doesn't lie. We are made of energy. Time slowed down so we can be physical. I'm a spiritual healer, yes, and I connect with the universe, yes. But that doesn't make me better than you. What that does is it just gives me extra tools and skills to help me to understand myself and my world, like automatic writing or communication with spirit guides, pendulum, oracle cards, all of those things. It's the intention behind it that brings in the goodness of love, because love in its purest form will shake you up and show you what needs to change. Yes, love is the intuition that wants you to understand that you have the wisdom to be able to find the solutions. Sometimes we just have to swallow our pride and go and ask for help. A lot of us empaths, emotional beings, get taught not to ask for help. Oh, you can't ask for help. It doesn't make you a strong person. But you see, and that's the dilemma. Because during your time of clarity, you're going to have to reach down deep into your faith. Who are you? What does it look like? Can you find the peace that you're looking for? Just a little hints of how peace feels. When you're talking to somebody and your nervous system is relaxed, there's no agitation. There's no like you feel like you have to move out of the chair and move away. When your nervous system is actually calm, your body is calm, your mind, everything about you feels like there's no threat. That's peace. Then you know you're talking to somebody authentic. But if the person makes you feel like you have to battle demons, and battle demons in regards to battle your emotions of doubt, disappointment, and all of those things, well, then you've got to question it. I'm encouraging you to understand that there is no one better or less than you, that you are a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul that decided to come to this place, Earth, and learn some earthly lessons. There's no right or wrong in all of this. But what it is what are your intentions of how you're going to respond? Are you going to be peaceful? Are you going to be chaos? Are you going to be love or are you going to be hate? All of these things. You see, our soul, your soul, already knew what it wanted to do in this life. But, as you already heard from many people, when you come into this life, we forget. But what's happening right now is all the work that you are doing, all the clearing of negative energies, all the clearing of toxic behavior, toxic mindset, and all of those things is making way for a pure light of love to come in and give you the space of peace, gentleness, understanding, encouragement. So, what are you going to do? You see, when you sit quietly, do you do that? Do you sit quietly? Can you sit for 30 minutes every day or even 10 minutes and just sit quietly and look around you? What can you see? Look within yourself. This is the energy of love, the energy of pure love. That's what the universe is wanting you to know. Love yourself, no matter what you look like. No matter how you behave, no matter how you want to show the world, because you see, you are responsible for your own actions and your own decisions. Now, remember, everybody is where they should be, and everything is how it should be. And not everybody's going to agree with that. Because if you're in a lot of pain, you're going to wonder, why am I being in a lot of pain? Why am I suffering? Why am I crying all the time? Why am I feeling like nobody cares, right? But let me tell you something. Every single human being on this planet feels that once in a day, once in a week, whatever. It's just that not everybody is willing to talk about it, right? Now, being vulnerable means opening your heart to allow new love to come in, to allow the new frequency of love that is being streamed into our consciousness right now by the universe. Now, I'm a godly person, but I believe God of love, the light of all things. What do you believe? Faith is very important right now because there is a lot of darkness on the planet that wants to keep you small, that doesn't want you to ask you questions, that doesn't want you to speak, because it wants you to create fear and anxiety and depression. It wants you to create the anxiety of not knowing what to do because this darkness feeds from the energy. Now, why am I talking about these things? Because I've had a journey of communicating with my spirit guides, and I've had many, who still help me. But in my ascension journey, after 45 years, I've come to understand that I am the master of my light. I am the master of my life. To master your life, you need to keep your heart open while you're in pain, so you can transmute the old energies of deceit out of your energy field so you don't experience it. But the thing is, oh, sorry, the thing is, God, the energy of love, wants you to thrive, wants you to have a good life, wants you to understand that no matter what's going on in your life, you need to keep your heart open so you can receive the help you need. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And you see, the darkness has convinced a lot of people not to ask for help by dysfunctional families, by somebody deceiving you. You see, being your true self in a world that is shifting and changing right now is really a good thing. Keep going, my friends. Take a minute and hold yourself and know that you are loved. Take a minute and know that there's always somebody to talk to. Go for a walk in the park. There's always somebody that says hello. There's always a cute little doggy that will come up to you to say hello. Loneliness can be crippling and can be outright terrible. The loneliness that sometimes we feel is because we're still looking outside of us and we're still seeing how the world deceived us and betrayed us, right? When loneliness comes into the picture, it's because you're changing don't see loneliness as a disease. See it as a time where you need to be on your own so you can have your quiet moments and learn all about yourself in a way where you won't be judged, in a way where you won't be told what to do. Now, our harshest critic is ourselves, right? We can be our own harshest critic. Now, I'm a Virgo and we are really hard on ourselves critically. However, we make good investigators. So for me, that gives me the skill to go deeper into my heart self, into my soul, to find out how I'm going to create a life with me feeling happy. Like the word happiness is such an overused word, right? What does happiness mean for you? Happiness for me is when I'm being heard, when somebody's actually hearing what I have to say without judging me, without feeling threatened by my passion. My energy is strong. Some of you just have to go and sit in a place and you won't have to say anything. Your energy speaks louder. And that's my point, right? Energy doesn't lie. And I've experienced something lately that showed me that energy doesn't lie, even when I didn't want to admit it, right? As humans, our ego gets in the way. Oh, I don't believe that, right? Or because we may have lacked love from somebody who truly wants to be with us, we cling on to something that sounds like it. My whole point is you are the wisdom carrier of your life. There are many people out there who want you to thrive. I want you to thrive. I want you to be your beautiful heart. I want you to keep opening your heart, pulling down those walls. Now, pulling down those walls means you're going to cry, you're going to yell, you're going to scream, you're going to hate the world, you're going to do a lot of things. But that's being positive, you see, because you're acknowledging it, you're loving it, and then you're letting go of it. And that's the challenge. But let me just tell you something. Within all that chaos, within all that darkness, there are treasures of self-worth and self-love. There are treasures of suddenly you feel the sun opening up and expanding your light. Light shows you what needs to change. Light, your aura, your energy field is your light, is your house, your energetic house, as I call it. You've got to keep that clean. How do you keep that clean? By looking at yourself, by telling yourself to get out of the way so you can achieve something in your life. We are such complex humans, aren't we? And not every, I'm grateful that you're listening to me. I'm grateful that you're deciding that you've stayed this long with me. So if you can subscribe and like and share it, that would be great. And as you can see, I'm all about be your true self. Now, that's my business, right? Life coaching, inner work, shadow work, quantum healing, and all of those things. But what I want to see is your light, shining. If someone can't handle it, bad luck. They can wear sunglasses, right? Or do you need to wear sunglasses? That's the other thing. There's something I want to share today, and this is this is copyright only to me, and this is what I channeled through today, this morning, because I'm going to write a book. And that makes you look at your vulnerability, right? Whatever you choose to do in your life, there'll be one point in there where it will help you to see your own vulnerability. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have a bit of a tear in your eye. It's okay to tell somebody how much you love them. If that somebody doesn't respond, doesn't want to hear it, then please find the courage to move away from it. Build yourself up so you can have that. Because I want you to have that. I want you to feel the love from somebody else. The hug, the kiss, the holding hands, the just the conversation, right? It lightens you up. So remember, what I'm just about to share is copyright to me only. This is original work. The sacred love of self. What are you doing? Allow yourself to feel the movement of your own process. Stay in your own power. Watch how your body moves to accommodate the new love of understanding. What is it that you want? It's a good question, right? How would you feel if you knew you're in the right place? Show me your light. Be the master of your soul. Allow yourself to feel wanted so you can keep your heart open to love again. There's always going to be something in life, there's always going to be something in the world that's going to try and keep your heart closed. I, Katerina, are encouraging you to keep your heart open. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to love yourself. Because wonderful things can happen. You'll attract authenticity. You'll attract somebody who will want to love you. You see, it's the essence of timing. This creates the grounding of new platforms for you to venture into the space of pure love. Now, remember, pure love is your high self, you, person I'm talking to right now. How does it feel? What can you do next? All questions that help you to feel flexible in the way you move your physical self. Love in its purest form, in its authenticity, in its honesty, breaks the leg of any negative energy, breaks down the walls of a hardened heart. So I'm applauding to you. I'm letting you know that you're doing such a great job. Don't let it go. Don't give up. I'm encouraging you to enjoy the moments of love because you are the treasure within the chaos of the world, right? You, my friend, the human being that is listening to this, is the pure love of existence. I know it's scary, right? You wonder what other people are going to say, and you're going to wonder what other people are going to think. And let me tell you, as you move through your process and as you move through your life, eventually you won't care. Now, when somebody tells you that they don't care, what that means is that just not allowing it to penetrate into the heart of who you are. Because every single person on the planet cares about what another person thinks. Bring your love into your existence. Have it be the flowers of your tomorrow. Plant your seeds while you're grieving, while you're feeling disappointed, and especially when you're grieving the loss of your old self. Because when you're on this ascension path, what you're doing is you're removing your old self that didn't work, that made mistakes. You're removing the perfection that made you feel stuck. If you want to go into a new way of being, you can't take the old self because otherwise you're going to repeat old experiences again. I'm encouraging you to understand how everything about you is a wonderful, clear canvas. You are the creator of your existence. There is nothing outside of you. It's all within you. Take a moment and look within you. See your beautiful heart of courage and strength. Be the remembrance of why you're here. Because you see, when you remember who you are and you take the steps to be who you are, the cabal system, the negative energies cannot touch you. Your energy becomes like Teflon. Believe me. But let me tell you one thing. As a human being, we are vulnerable, emotional beings. Now, I've dealt with a lot of other life in the galaxy. And let me tell you, we humans, this is our gift. And remember our free will. Remember our God spark, our connection to the universe. All of these things, all of these things are envied by other life outside the planet because we are the only ones that have full free will. So it's okay to give your faith your free will so you can find the answers to your questions. It's okay to give free will to your intuition so you can move forward knowing that you're going to be okay, right? Be the beauty of your mirror. See how your light shines. Allow your feelings to be heard and create a strength of knowing. Creating a strength of knowing is how it keeps negative energy away. Creating a sense of knowing is how you protect yourself. We have so many tools around us that help us to protect our environment, yes. But our self-worth and our self-value and our knowing of who we are is the protection that we are. That protects you. How does that protect you? It makes you stronger. It makes you see how you are worthy of all the things that you want in your life. You're not going to get everything straight away. You're not going to get everything yesterday. There are layers and layers of yourself that need to be healed, that need to be looked at, that need to be changed, transmuted, and all of those things. But there is one thing that's always consistent, and that's your intuition. I'm encouraging you to trust your process, no matter what it looks like. Because the God of love does want you to thrive, does want you to have the best in life. You see, it's asking the questions, right? If you're asking for God to show you what doesn't work, He's going to do that. He's going to have your eyes open to the fact that somebody is deceiving you. And the horror of that is just enormous. I understand. But I'm encouraging you to keep your heart open. And remember, be careful what you ask for. The universe actually listens. Now, you don't have to, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to listen to me. That's okay. But if you're still here listening to me, may the love of all the angels of the world, of heaven, surround you and protect you to give you clarity and understanding. May you receive something special today because you decided to be your true self. When you decide to be your true self, amazing things happen. And remember, you're amazing. You are. You are a beautiful human being. And I'm here to remind you of that. And just as I go, remember this. You are the example of love that cannot die, or nothing can take that away from you. And always remember, from my heart to yours, be your true self.